PRMI Mortgage, primeres.com/Alpine. Hey, if you're looking to buy or refi, or if you're just considering a reverse mortgage, call our local mortgage guy that you can trust. Call Chris Wiley at PRMI Mortgage. For nearly 25 years, Chris has been helping local San Diegans with all their mortgage needs. They make it easy. Work with a friendly expert team that will help you get the best deal on a mortgage. Give them a call, 619-722-1303, or just go to Chris's website, primeres.com/Alpine.
All right, we're talking to two of my favorite gentlemen, Charlie from Riding Shotgun with Charlie, and John Petrolino, the Penn Patriot. You guys flew all the way out here, spent a few days with us, just to go to Gun Prom.
Just to go to Gun Prom.
Yeah.
John called me in January, and he puts his wife on the phone, and she's like, the only Second Amendment event John can go to this year is Gun Prom. You want to come with us?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes.
Sure.
Let's figure out how we can make this happen.
Did you guys see that Action Jackson here put an invite out to Lena Miklick?
Really?
And she responded. She was like, oh, my God, that sounds cool. What did she say? Do you remember what she said, Jackson?
She's washing her hair?
No, but next year she would come. The only reason she said no this year because she was going bear hunting.
She's going bear hunting. I'm pretty sure that's the only time that excuse has ever been used. You know what I mean? Like, it's usually washing my hair, but I'm going bear hunting is pretty unique. So I know she was telling the truth then.
And next year will be her first prom.
That's true. That's true. We'll get the date out there so that you can get it to her. Make sure that she doesn't plan any bear hunts.
So that never happened to you, Michael, in high school? They say, I can't go with you to prom, Mike. I'm going bear hunting.
I got a bear hunt. Yeah.
There's none of that, huh?
None of that. They did
Everything else.
Yeah, they weren't.
A lot of girls got their hairs washed that week.
My high school had the cleanest hair. It was amazing.
That's funny.
Yeah, me too.
So what, John, when you walked... who's laughing now, ladies?
They still are.
Yeah, I know. So when you walked into Gun Prom, what was your impression, John?
I thought it was great. I walked in, I'm like, oh my God, hashtag these are my people. And then what did I see? Behold, there's Michael. The first person that laid eyes on me was Michael.
There you go.
Like, you're like, go hang out with the people that you know. And Charlie and I are like, all right, you're here, so that's you. And eventually we ran into Joe and Jackson and Gina. Gina was probably the second person we ran into. Gina, we were able to do like a 6-person selfie with Gina's arms because Gina has that reach.
Big arm.
I haven't seen Gina since it was probably last March. Was it in Florida Cary? So that was a good time. And then Charlie was talking about the events. So turns out I am going to be able to make it to GRPC this year. So you should come out to that one.
In Arizona?
It's in Dallas, right?
GRPC is in Dallas this year.
Oh, it's in Dallas. Okay.
Yeah, it's at the oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess the dates up, but I think it's it's the very end of September, first weekend of October.
Okay.
I think it's like September 30 to August 2nd.
All right.
So
Jackson, what do you say, man? Road trip? We'll grab some red Fantas and go on a road trip?
Yep.
I like it. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah. Did you guys go last year?
I've been.
Was it 2 years? Did they skip a year because of COVID? Or?
They did it virtually in 2021. In 2020 and 2021, they did it virtually. Those 2 years. I've been going and speaking at it since 2016. And one of the other things that we have is we have this thing called AmCon. It's the Alternative Multimedia Conference, which might be good for you guys to come check out. It is writers, podcasters, YouTubers, anyone that's putting out some sort of media that's not the mainstream folks.
Right.
So
where's that?
That's going to be in the same place. It's going to be the day before
Dallas?
GRPC. Yeah, it's going to be in Dallas on Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is going to be GRPC.
That could be a good road trip. It's like Vacaville, but longer.
Yeah, you want to go?
I'll go.
Okay,
Yeah.
We'll look at the calendar and see what's what.
Cool. I will say this: you sign up at saf.org at the Second Amendment Foundation website, and registration's free. You just have to be a Second Amendment member, a member of the Second Amendment Foundation.
Which I'm pretty sure. If I'm not, I need to be.
Yeah, you should be. And it's free. They provide you a couple of meals.
Yeah.
You obviously pay for your own hotel and your own travel, but they give you a couple of meals. They have coffee all day long, and it's great stuff. It really is the movers and shakers in the gun community. And when people say they go to these events and it's like a family reunion, I always thought that was kind of strange. But the second one I went to is when I really realized what it is, because you meet these people, you see them online, you listen to them, you watch their videos, and then you start to interact with them, and then you see them a year later. You're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since last year. It's great to catch up. It's great to see you in person, and you get a camera full of selfies with everybody. So
there you go.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Now, something that occurred to me today? This wasn't really planned. We didn't try to do this. This wasn't some kind of ham-handed attempt, but we had a lot of speakers at Gun Prom. Short, couple minutes here and there. But me and Adam Kraut were the only guys. Did you guys notice that? The MC was a woman,
Right.
Pledge of Allegiance woman, the lady,
Banner.
woman, Wendy. For Not Me, we had Amy Reichart, we had Laura Lothian, Desi. I just thought about that today, but I don't know. You guys have been to way more Second Amendment events than I have. Are they usually female dominated like that?
Not at all. Not at all.
I think was it the first one I went to. The first Second Amendment event that I went to was the Florida Carry event, and the second one was a DC Project event. So the DC Project event, that's tough because, of course, there was a lot of women. It was the DC Project. Actually, all the speakers except for Dick Heller were female.
Yeah.
So that was a good time in Jersey. It was May, right? Last May. So I'm still kind of just getting out there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was proud of that. In hindsight, didn't even notice it. But what else? What are some other impressions? Did you like the guns? Did you like the raffle prizes? Did you shoot the simulator?
I didn't really care for the raffle prizes because I didn't win any of them, Michael. I put my tickets in and I didn't get a phone call. And at the end of the night, I'm like, Michael, wait, did they pull the tickets? You're like, yeah, what else do you want from us? I'm like, I didn't win. I didn't win anything. I put my tickets in the bucket.
Flew all that way.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you didn't say that, but
so we were. This is it was like 40 guns. It was like 38, 37, something like that. But every year. So we're thinking like, gosh, if we read off numbers one by one, people are gonna be sitting there for an hour.
Oh my God!
Just listening to numbers.
Yeah.
Like we got to do something else. So we tried just doing it all at once, and then last night, and I think we got close. It's gonna be even better next year, I promise.
I thought it was good. I've been to a lot of different gift auctions and stuff like that, so I thought it actually went very smooth, and the way everything's registered, it was very seamless. So,
well, good.
I mean, hat tip to you guys in that department.
You'd recommend it to your friends?
I would. I did. I recommended it to Charlie, and when we showed up,
did you guys get a picture together?
A couple.
Well, that's cool. So, Charlie, what's your biggest fear in Second Amendment? What are you afraid of most?
So I think my biggest fear is people talk about having a national carry permit, and I don't see using the Red Dawn analogy here. I don't see the free states or free America bending, and I don't see occupied territory wanting to give anything up. So it's going to be a Mexican standoff, I think. And when I've had a lot of people teaching classes, they're like, well, I said your mass license will work in this state, but it doesn't work in this state. And I do the Utah class, and they're like, well, how do we get out of our state? How do we get out of the Northeast? And they say, wouldn't it be nice if we had a national permit? And I'm like, no, it wouldn't be. And let me tell you why. Because what the government gives us, the government can take away. Yeah. And I'm kind of coming around to, we talk about the language like you were talking about, that we need to say that, 1.5 to 2 million people use a gun to protect themselves. We all talk about constitutional carry, and then John and I have this argument, not an argument, we have a discussion, and we have it with some other friends too, about how constitutional carry is really permitless carry. And then permitless carry, I interviewed, I haven't put the show out yet, but I've interviewed Evan Knappen, who's a big Second Amendment attorney in New Jersey and in New Hampshire. And I interviewed him up in New Hampshire. And he said, he says, I don't like calling it a permit. I like calling it a license because permit means you have to ask for permission. So if there's a national permit and the government can now come out and say, this is what the standards are, you have to, like you guys have here, you have to have these guns, or these are the guns you qualify on, and these are the only guns you can carry. And to me, that seems completely nuts. So having, if you
So your fear is a national license.
Yeah. I think
you
so.
think it'll make things worse?
It will make things worse because now the government's going to say this is the standard you have to have. This is the class you have to take. You guys talk about it all the time about the two people about the psychological evaluation. There's only two people that you have to go see.
Yeah.
So now the government's saying these are the only two people that can do this, or whatever. These are the only people you can go see, and they're the ones that you have to pay $150 for, and then it's going to cost people out of. It's going to price people out of being able to have a constitutional right. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think that Joe and I talked about this a little bit. I think it was on the ride to and from Vacaville. It feels like constitutional carry's taken over. I mean, what are we up to? 25 states now?
25 now, yeah. With Georgia, I think was the last one.
So half the states in the union, you just carry a gun like you're free.
I mean, I do a lot of research on this stuff, and we talk about it. And there already is a national permit. It starts with a well-regulated militia. I mean, that's the national permit. So why are we joking ourselves, right? And that's where we get into the constitutional carry debate, right? So what is constitutional carry? And I think you can probably speak for Paul.
Right. So Paul Lathrop, there's the deputy director of the social media, new media. He says constitutional carry is I can carry a Glock 18 with a 33-round stick mag into a school while I'm maybe he doesn't say while I'm drunk, but I can do all.
While I'm drunk.
I can go into a place with a machine gun that I own with a high cap magazine and go into a gun-free zone and carry in there. And he says that's constitutional carry. So John's like, hey, constitutional carry, we need to call it permitless carry. So you don't have to have a permit to carry, but there's still restrictions and regulations. You can't go here, you can't go there, and all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of interesting. And then John's got I know we don't have time for it, but John's got a great story about one of his people.
Yeah, we don't have time for it.
We'll kick it off on the next. What we'll do is we'll tell the story.
Well, we got a minute and a half. How much time you need?
Yeah, so it was just going to have a former student say, hey, why do you use the word permitless carry? Cam Edwards says constitutional carry. This guy says constitutional carry. I gave the guy a full explanation. Why do I use permitless carry? Because there's still regulations you got to follow. And he's like, I'm just going to call it constitutional carry. I'm like, all right, whatever. Do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
Yeah, and that's it. That's not my champagne. I'm not going to make a big deal about this.
Exactly.
It's sparkling wine.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.